Alright, so this is a demo review of player called Icy. We're just loading into the map right now. I'm going to try and do this as impartially as possible here. So let's start this off. I'm just going to skip through warm-up because there's not much of anything to be able to look at. So going into the first round, he's knife round is not important either. CT is just gonna stay B, T's A. It's just an unimportant knife round. Nothing really happened. Most likely teams are just gonna stay as they are, as they did in the game. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. All right, going into pistol round. FX is gonna be playing B. So there's on the T side, there's no one playing around banana here, except for odd smoke thrown by the T's. Floysy's gonna take out one. FX, he's just holding an angle, nothing out of the ordinary. Wonton pushing up here with the bomb. FX just holding the angle. Wonton just sitting there. He sees Wonton cross. Gonna spam at Wonton, not being able to get the kill. Not just yet. And dies to Wonton. So nothing out of the ordinary there. Moving on to the next round.
Backside.
Counter-terrorists win.
Alright, so match is paused. One player's left from the CT side. Nothing out of the ordinary there. We're just gonna skip through this pause right here. So at what point do we see... I know at one point we do see a chat spam coming out from FX. Okay, not in this round, it doesn't look like. CT's with an unusual buy, but that's not anything to be really suspicious of. FX just on a USP armor. Alright, just holding the angle. Sees two cross, sees three. Fires after. Nothing really bad there. It's just insane aim, insane movement coming up from a player there. Don't see anything really suspicious. Alright, going into the next round. I think this is where we see the first chat spam. Let's just see this. Not yet. FX just gonna be holding from coffins here. A common angle that he plays. Actually gonna play backside. He knows that it's gonna be B. They've already thrown lots of utility. Here's a flash. Pretty much, it's pretty casual, pretty normal. Sees the player. Insane aim, insane movement. Pretty much standard silver stuff. Correct. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Just gonna skip through it. Alright. So, still looking at the chat. FX gonna be nothing, no movement towards his side of the map, nothing really important going on. Pushes through the smoke, going A. Nothing really out of the ordinary here.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, here's the guy, doesn't shoot him, it's all good. That's a bit fishy right there. Like, I don't know if you could see over the smoke because of demos, but he was definitely looking at the guy through the smoke. Could be a common pre-fire angle. That's nothing really too suspicious right there. Right there. X Oracle cheats. That is a cheat. And then we're looking at FX's pro thing right here. You'll see that his name tag is changing, which is something almost impossible without actual hacks.
Flashing.
As you can see, it's still changing here, and this is a common thing that happens when when somebody injects cheats for the first time of the day, and the settings are still enabled for chat spam. So this is common after somebody rage bots in a pug, and then he changes it back. You see, So that's common for somebody who rage bots in a PUG or in an MM game and then loads it up the next time, and then his settings aren't saved, and
Don't
then
die, don't fucking die.
the tag is spamming. And if you have a look at FX's profile, you'll see that he isn't actually in any of the groups. Now, if you were in 5 or 6 different groups that had different client tags, that would be acceptable and that would be normal. But based on what groups he's in right now, only in one group, that's impossible without some type of exploit or some type of cheat. Now, if he was hacking, that is debatable, but he's definitely using some type of exploit or some type of cheat. So that's undeniable at this point. So this is one of the more suspicious clips, I think.
Rotating.
He's just gonna hold the angle. Doesn't shoot at the other player, which is a very high reaction time player you can see coming out. Very powerful player here. Nothing really suspicious about that. Kind of follows the enemy through the wall. No, that's nothing really too bad. He was just checking it, shoulder peeking. Nothing too bad. He knows there's a player there with an AWP. He knows there's a player there. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just kind of suspicious that he was looking at the guy in corner. Nothing, not too bad though. FX is calling a pause. I don't know what's going on. Probably because their player's out of the match. At this point, I don't know the comms that are going on within Amperes, but they're definitely having some internal problems with their player. One thing I'd just like to point out now while we're waiting is that FX only has 1 game in his Steam library and 16 friends, which is a very unusual characteristic of a CSGO player, or a player, Steam user in general. FX gonna throw a close molly, not yet knowing the T's are up, but still gonna throw one. Gonna pick up the M4. I think this is one of the more suspicious rounds.
Smoke and mid, smoke and mid.
So I'm just gonna put voice enable 0 on right now. So I'm just gonna go slow motion. So he's spraying at the guy through the wall, right? Spots him out, sprays at him. He does not know the guy is in water right now. He hears those players running onto site, so he's following them through the wall. Not too suspicious, but a little bit. He flicks onto the guy, he can hear him, that's fine. Now the guy Graveyard, who you can see on the right side of your screen, he jumped up, but that's not, you can't hear that. You can't hear that. But he's gonna peek up as soon as he jumps. Spots him out, kills him. The peek on the guy water overall was weird, but other than that, it looked generally fine. So I'm just going to take a picture of FX's Steam groups right now on my phone, just to prove that he's only in one group. Okay, I have the photo. He's only in one group, but his Steam tag, his client tag was changing in Steam. One thing that I'd like to point out, Kashmir, is that FX only is only in one group on Steam, but yet during the scrim, during the league match, his client tag was constantly changing.
Okay, that was fishy. But do you have any proof of it? Like,
I recorded it. I'm recording currently right now.
It's just a fucking macro, man.
You can't do it unless you're in a Steam group. Unless you're in the Steam group, you can't do it. And he's only in one Steam group.
Can you find some links?
No, you can't. You have to belong to the group.
You can't fucking prove it, honestly.
What do you mean? The group doesn't exist.
Find a Reddit thread or find some admin of the game or
How? Okay, tell me. How would you change? Tell me. That's just a stupid excuse. How? How would you change it to a group that you don't belong in? How would you do that? If you can explain that right now, I'll let it go. How would you change it to a group you're not even part of?
Dude, he left.
Alright, bro. You can't.
Too
I don't
much.
get it, bro. You can't change it to a group you're not even part of. I've cheated before, bro. I'm not new to this.
Well, I am. I don't cheat, so.
Alright, bro. I'm just saying that a lot of. Okay.
Hey, does the clan take change? Does the clan take change? It was a joke. It was honestly a joke.
Okay, yeah,
It's
but
you-
here's the thing that requires an exploit.
what?
That requires a cheat. You can't do it without a cheat.
What?
How you're
No,
not
it's a
you?
group.
Okay, you're not in the Steam group. Link me the group. You're not in the Steam group. You don't belong to the Steam group called X Oracle. You don't belong to the Steam group.
You should really let him talk.
All right, sorry. He's gone. All
Oh,
right.
he's gone now.
Watch him.
He's gone now.
Okay,
because
watch
he
him.
would've let him
Watch
talk.
him instantly be part of more groups. Keep an eye on his profile for me. Watch him instantly be a
But
part of
you
more
have a
groups.
screenshot. I don't need to.
All right. Sorry, bro. I get mad at stuff like this because like he was cheating in a league match and that's just dumb.
I'm not sure who. Okay, that exploit.
Okay,
How?
I'll explain it to you really quickly. All right. So Steam context work like this. All right. If you're in the group and the group has a tag, right? Then you can
You should
change
be able
it.
to set a macro to like change the console, right?
Yes, you can, but you
Yeah.
need to be a part of that group. So let's
I
say
agree, yeah.
let's
Yeah.
say you know how you've seen players that have like when they press mouse one,
Yeah, totally know.
it says like hacking and stuff like that. Well, you need to be a part of that group, and it specifically states that. But since he's not part of those groups, then it's impossible for him to do that.
Yeah, that is true.
For example, here, there's a group called Aimlock, and it specifically says that you need to be in the group.
If the team.
Effects here. Here's the footsteps. Nothing suspicious about that. I'm pretty sure I saw something fishy this round. First kill's not too fishy. That, not too fishy either. He could have moved right now, but he's just staring at him through the wall, pre-firing. Like, the player could have definitely moved at that point, but he's just gonna pre-fire the wall. Still pre-firing the wall, even though he doesn't know if the player's there or not, has no confirmation. Still just gonna pre-fire that wall.
It's when you pre-fire the wall.
Literally aiming at the guy through the wall. That's... I mean, the player... He knows that
Okay.
he was there. But,
When he was new box, right?
yeah.
I don't think that was hacks.
Alright. The first two kills, not hacks. The kill where he looks at the guy in water is a bit suspicious.
I never saw that one.
Go
Is
to
that-
the... Go. No, I
wait,
sent it to
which
you.
one?
It's the one where he's new box. And he's defending off of the guys who are rushing the site.
Wait,
He-
where's water? My bad.
Pit.
I don't know where water is.
Pit.
Oh, pit.
He flicks up onto the guy who's pit, even though he doesn't know where he is.
I'm trying to hit play and it's not working.
FX,
CC screenshots. God damn it.
just go to your Steam messages. Or no, your Discord messages. FX, very skillful player here. Working his way through, very good crosshair placement. Just who shoulder peeks that? Dies to silver. One thing that I have to say is, at the start of the game, I'm gonna be completely. I'm gonna like say something. Like it's not good. Like it's not ethical, but he sucked. He sucked. Straight up saying he sucked at the start of the game. All right, he was not good at all. He missed shots. He whiffed, and then as soon as he started chat spamming, then he got gooder, which is a term a lot of people use for skeet. You know, get game sense, get gooder.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's a bit fishy.
Should I go about this?
Counter-terrorists win.
Alright, I'm just gonna stop recording.